Um, we've talked about cash flow, but for me, cash flow is the lifeblood of business, especially when someone's looking to grow or scale a business. You need to make sure you've got cash flow in the business. What tips do you have for businesses that are trying to do that and how they can demonstrate that they are, why this is important for business owners?
So one of the biggest reasons businesses fail, actually it's probably the biggest reason why businesses fail. They run out of cash.
Mm.
How many people actually project forward their cash? And that is not hard to do. And when you take the moment to think about it, it becomes very simple. So let me give you an example. Everybody wants to get into Costco. Okay. Let's say I'm selling a product into Costco because that's what I want to do. All of a sudden, my company was doing $1 million a year. Costco comes along and says, we'd like to buy $2 million a year product and put it in our shelf. Well, business owners are popping the champagne and having a party. Let's talk about that. In order to put your product into Costco, the first thing you have to do is make it. So now I'm ordering product to make. I have money going out for cost of goods. I got to pay people to assemble, produce, whatever it is. So I'm making product and I'm paying people to put it together in my location. In order to get that first order ready for Costco, it took me 60 days. And I paid all these people 60 days worth of money for that first order of, let's say, $500,000. So granted, it didn't cost me 500,000. Maybe it cost me 200,000 to produce it to sell to Costco. I'm out 200 grand. Now I ship it to Costco. That takes time. Finally shows up in Costco's distribution and it shows up on the shelf. Now we're 3 months out. I'm still out 200 grand. Costco hasn't paid me. They pay 90, 120 days. So another 45 days goes by. Costco calls me back and they go, your stuff is selling phenomenally. We want another order. Now I'm out another $250,000 for the next order. I'm out $500,000. I still haven't gotten paid. It's another 45, 60 days, 70 days when Costco's going to send me a check. And just about when they're about to send me that check for $500,000, they go, we need another round. So now I just spent another 250,000. I'm out 750. By the way, do you have 750 grand to do that? Okay. They just sent me a check for 500,000. I'm still on the negative. And what if that third order was actually for $1 million? Now I'm screwed cash flow because of I did this deal with Costco and I can't afford to pay them. And now how am I going to pay that bill? Where am I going to get the money? Or am I going to tell Costco, sorry, can't deliver?
Mm.
That's not good. And if it
No,
doesn't sell, then they're going to return it to me.
yeah, it's an interesting idea because you do think signing up to the big supermarkets that they it's going to be the golden gateway to success. But it's an interesting concept because to be able, it's almost like you're skipping a step. So the growth of a business is incremental. It grows as it grows. And one of the things we were going to talk about is, and I think we've covered it a lot, is how growth can actually lead to failure in your business. And I think that's a prime example of that whole idea that overcommitting your business to certain orders, even if it is with the premium supermarket, can be a problem.
Well, let's take a step back and look at a business that grew and blew up because of that. And that is Peloton,
Mm.
right? COVID hits, the gym shut down, everyone's home, they order a Peloton. They thought people were going to buy Pelotons forever. No, you hit a blip. And they went out and they started building factories to keep up with this surge. And by the way, Peloton wasn't the only one. Nike did that.
Okay.
Everybody did, like all of these companies. And honestly, we were talking to our clients in 2020 with supply chain so tight, everyone said, just order. Come 2021, we started saying, hey, let's start being careful. All of them said, oh no, we got to keep going. We got to keep going. 2022 comes and all of a sudden people stop buying stuff. And everyone was sitting on excess supply, 23, causing major issues. And they started building up for this big thing that they didn't realize it was just a wave. It wasn't consistently going to happen.
And
And
the thing I think interesting about Peloton, because I saw this and I recognized it. The thing with Peloton is that yes, there was a certain market period, and there is only a certain market of people that do want to exercise at home, and you cannot, or most people will not upgrade their Peloton every 2 years, where Apple have been hugely successful. Every 2 years, people are buying a new phone, or people are buying a new iPad or a new laptop. But with the Peloton example, people are not going to upgrade as regularly as they will do with an Apple product.
Apple has built a following and a cult that I don't understand, because I'll be honest, I don't know if you can really tell me how much of a difference there is between an iPhone 11 or an iPhone 10 and an iPhone 15. You look at the two side by side, does one do something the other doesn't? Okay, maybe one of them takes a better picture,
Mm.
but other than that, there's a difference in size, okay, but what does it really do? What additional value does that phone versus that phone actually provide? And I can't seem to find it. And I think that's why they're starting to falter, is because they've created nothing new. It's just, it's a bigger wave.
Yeah.
That's all.
But
And
their business is based on that repetition of purchasing. And you're absolutely right. With an Apple, they are struggling. With the Samsung, with other Android phones, people are struggling to keep that momentum because there is nothing. I suppose the foldable phone is probably a step forward, but people haven't bought into that as much as they did with the iPhone in 07.